Okay, so today we're going to be talking about reconciling bank accounts. We have Luke on with Dreamscape Creations. So what I would do is this is a start of a transaction. Resuming if we edit this. So in most cases, when you go to reconcile, it's going to be a beginning balance, which is going to be the ending balance of your previous month. And then you'll have a statement ending balance and the statement date. So in this case, we're working on May. So we're going to want to May as our ending date. If we look up here at the ending statement, ending balance, then since we're working on the checking account, the statement ending balance is going to be, so here's your beginning balance, the 884.7079, and here's your ending balance. So if I drop this in here, 4864.04, and then we get save. That'll usually be how the first part is. So now they didn't find any differences. Um, Looks like we may have already done this one. Yeah. Um, let's finish
Gotcha.
that one. But so this is how it would look now. So this checking, but on this statement we have the checking. Let's make sure we did the savings one. Do you know which
So
savings are?
basically, you go through and make sure your beginning and the end dates are correct.
Right.
And if they aren't, then what?
Then you got to find out why. So
Hmm.
for this one, yeah, so this one we already did May. So you have your beginning balance, which is going to match here. So now if I went and hang on, let's 1 second here. Okay. Okay, so now we have June, and this is when you added a whole bunch of the accounts. So let's say we were working on this share savings account. Now our ending date is 6/30. So our beginning and ending balance didn't change. It's still 8501. So if I put in 8501, statement ending balance is going to be June. Start reconciling. They're not going to find anything because you didn't have anything, but it does its purpose. But now let's say we wanted to do the checking account. So now we'd go here. You would go to the checking. Your beginning balance, this one should match this one right here, 864.04, and it does. Your statement ending balance, you're going to pull from down here. So that drops into here. Okay. And then your ending date is going to be June. So let's go back here, start reconciling. So QuickBooks automatically, especially the online one, it'll check all of these here on the right. I typically don't like that because I want to make sure and actually, I mean, nothing should be off, but I like to just make sure. Um, so some people just let him checked and go through, but the way I would do it is uncheck this, and now all you do is so the right hand column is all your deposits, and the left hand column is going to be all your withdrawals. So if I start at the top, the first one I have here is 150 here, which matches there. If I keep going, I got the 96.85.
Like if QuickBooks says everything is fine, everything's okay, like is it okay just to, not go through and
It should be, but I have found issues where it's not always fully 100%. Like it's, I will say probably 99% of the time it's fine. Um, but if something goes off or is wonky or whatever, um, especially if it's green here, then it's typically right. But sometimes you have blank ones in here, and then sometimes there's doubles in here, and I don't know. It's one of some of it is just my way of going through and basically manually making sure that everything that matches on the statement matches what I have in the bank account.
Hmm.
So that's kind of
Um,
my purpose for it, or
so
my
something like
recommendation.
this, I could do every time I get a statement, right?
Yeah,
Just
I would
in the
recommend it.
mail,
I would recommend it. Do you get it by mail or do you get it online?
both.
Gotcha. Uh, 685, 58, 45. So for me, I don't know, it's kind of like a double set of eyes of, okay, I already categorized them the first time, but it's kind of like another way of making sure everything is still matching up or lining up or
Hmm.
whatever you want to call it. So that's why I just uncheck the top box so it all goes away and then I just manually go through it. But that's up to you. As long as everything keeps lining up and all that,
Yeah,
you should be fine. But yeah, that's essentially how you do it.
cool. Okay.